Here we're going to be Throwback Thursday, video number 2 that I'm going to make. I have to make a comment on video number 1. YouTube gave me a copyright strike on the one piece of music that was in the video. Now, that video was 14 years old. And I got the copyright strike when I put it in the new video. So the rules have changed in 14 years for that particular video. That was a royalty-free audio, but still got tagged by YouTube. So without further ado, we're going to move on to Throwback Thursday number 2 and some of the new stuff that I want to put up. Okay, I have the videos up now, and as you can see here, these are from July 2010. So we're going to move, from June 2010, we're going to move up to the videos that I put out in July, and there's actually 5 of them. 2 on the 6th, 1 on the 14th, and 2 on the 17th. Now, this was material that I had bought, and without further ado, let's move on to the first one. This is a RAP4 Landmine. A company called RAP4 put out these landmines, and they were green gas. You would fill them up, step on them, they'd go off. You put powder or water in them, and they would go off. So let's start out the video and see what it looks like.
What we have here is the RAP4 Real-Action Paintball Landmine. Bottom, top.
Now this is the old camera I used to use, and I used to work off the back of the truck I had at the time with a cap on it.
Safety. The safety thing right here is like a ring. It's very hard to get off. I had to stop the camera to get it out of there. Next step they tell you to do is to push in the pin. Pushes in a little bit. Then they tell you to fill it with green gas CO2. I'm going to fill it and then move from there. After you fill the grenade, basically, or landmine I should say, is just put the top back on it.
This is one of the reasons I bought a tripod too, because filming with one hand was a bit of a pain.
Give it a little extra, and it's ready to go. So then you can place it, and if the person would come walking around and step on it,
simplistic. Now they said about putting water in it and powder. I was not very keen about that.
Device to reset it. Simply push that back in, and it's ready to be refilled again. And then you can just set it off again. Simple. Disassembly, the only problem is once this gets pressed inside, I'd use a screwdriver to hold this to get this top back off to put the safety ring back inside. But if you're using it during the day, you would have that fill it.
I think I left the safety out of it, and then when I sold it the guy without the safety. So
heavier plastic than some of the other ones, so it should last.
I think if you step on it hard enough, it would have broken. So that was the first video, the RAP4 mine that we had here. So let's close this up. I got to get to the video. I actually have to look at the other screen. Let's go to the second screen, or the second screen, listen to me, second video, which is Projectile Grenades. Now, I did a bunch of these, and based on the projectiles and everything, I was buying all kind of different 40mm airsoft grenades, and I was testing them out. So let's see what I got with this. This is a longer video. I might not let the whole video go through, depends on how good of a video it is. So let's go to it.
Today I'm going to be doing a video demonstration of some launchable grenades. What we have on the very right is the Manbull XM995 foam rocket. Right next to that is the XMPB4 dummy round, what I call high capacity.
And that's a Manbull metal launcher that I had there. That's the original launcher. I still have that.
76 foam cap grenade. All these are Manbull grenades, and I'm also going to be using today on the far left, the Mad Bull grenade launcher, AGX grenade launcher. They all fit in there. And I want to see how the different grenades shoot and go from there.
I can tell you right now, the ones on either side, the launch foam ones, they didn't work worth a shit.
Basically is a rocket that pops off, styrofoam, little cardboard insert, fill it with roughly 5 seconds worth of gas.
And if you notice where my thumb was, it was already splitting, which was actually going to make it
We're going to
go
take
all
our
over the
grenade
place.
launcher, load shell, make sure it's unsafe. Okay, and we're going to fire at the car as an example to see how far it goes. Now, if you notice the flag's waving, it is a little windy, so it might just float to one side or the other, but I'm not even quite sure how far it'll go. Safe off. Not bad, it actually got to the car, sort of spiraled. It
That's
didn't
about 45 feet.
really
My car was always the
go
target.
anywhere.
And I didn't realize this. I kept taking a picture of this license plate. I no longer have that car or the license plate, so
I don't really get it, but it wasn't really accurate spinning around. It went a distance like...
let's
the
skip
distance
ahead a
of the
little
cross
bit.
here, which is about 50.
Now this
We
one,
had some range. It's really for a projectile is a practice golf ball. It goes in.
that is the high capacity
It's about
shell
flush.
that just shoots out
It's
gas.
really tight. Same distance, same target. Safe off.
That actually is one of the
We had
best
some range on that.
projectiles.
It actually did hit the car from here.
That soft foam rubber ball used with the
saw it
XM
hit the
high
car
capacity
and
shell
it's
with
laying over
like
here.
lace out there. And I bought various projectiles over the years, and none of them shot as well as that soft rubber ball.
Not
And
bad.
I bought a whole bunch of those, and I lost like half of
Now
them.
we're going to try
We're
the
playing
foam
outside
cap
the rocks.
rocket in the grenade launcher as well. It's a little tight.
And it's tight with the
Perfect.
foam, not the actual grenade shell itself.
And it's in there. Firing at the same distance again. Safe off.
That thing went straight down. Very
rolled.
non-aerodynamic. It was horrible.
The car, it's in there laying somewhere.
So I shot it
Laying
several
around
times,
and
and
it
it
rolled
did
to
the same thing.
The foam rocket on the right-hand side.
Basically, this is my
Is
conclusion
a
that these
decent
two foam things were
rocket,
crap,
but as you can
and the
tell
center
already,
one with the ball was the
It's
best.
broken the tip when it hit. The rocket comes with
Now, this is an
500
add-on
this is
section that I
actually got
did.
one can out. 500 of these yellow rubber practice paintballs.
I bought
And
these on a recommendation from a guy.
4 of them fit in here without a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to test fire them.
4 rubber shells, 4 rubber balls. I shot these at guys on the airsoft field.
Not on my Steadicam.
They were not happy about
tripod.
getting hit.
I'm going to be holding this by hand because this is an added thing. Here is the grenade launcher.
Now watch this shooting
And
and
hopefully you can see
listen
these
to
going
how it is.
firing 4. As you can see, they went all over the place.
They went out like sort of like
the
this.
area effect on these.
I think I
They
had
went
one hit the garage.
all over the place. So maybe in a room bouncing around, you'd be able to see them, but outside, not happening.
It was an interesting way to do stuff, and I did use it in a compound at a short range. I shot a guy like 20 feet away, and like 3 of the 4 balls hit the guy, and he said they really hurt when they hit him. Now, I've been hit with paintballs before, and it can't be that bad. They're rubber. But anybody's guess. So that's that particular one. Now we're going to go to the next one, which is this BFG 12 gauge fire test. Now, what I was doing, and there's actually the 3 of them are the BFG fire tests. What I was doing at the time is I had a blank firing grenade that was using the 12 gauge shells. And the only place you could get the 12 gauge shells was overseas. They wouldn't ship them. So I found a local guy And I said, we have to make these. I gave it, it's a 12 gauge, so much, they can only have so much load, whatever, you know, and we were test firing different things. And the guy's name is The Perfect Shot. It's in Texas. Now, these particular ones were a high capacity. And you'll hear in the video, and this is only a short video, listen to the sound he's making.
Grenade test, 12 gauge load, 6725. Wow.
A lot of smoke, a lot of noise.
Just so you know, 6725, it has mashed the shell in there. I'm having a heck of a time trying to get the shell out of this.
That was one of the things. He's making the shells a little too long so that when they exploded, they would get stuck in the...
Second grenade test, 6725.
Now, 6725 denotes the powder size. So much smoke, so much powder. And
the smoke is still clearing here, but I just want to show you the shell. You can, I don't know,
it's hard to see, but it was just mashed in there.
It's
so my
pretty good all the way up.
Feedback to the guy was the shell's got to be a little bit shorter so that when they expand,
the primer,
you can get them out.
It expanded quite a bit, and into the holes. The actual, if you notice, the actual explosion went out the hole here. So when you were blowing it up, it's lining up like that going out the hole. There's enough expansion, but it goes out through this hole. They work at the point, the 6725. I'm afraid to use the higher loads. I might end up blowing something up there with shrapnel, and I don't want to do that.
So the thing of it is, the feedback, he needed feedback on these. He would send
me
me like 5 of them to test.
This is the original one, and here is the last one I put in. I was able to drive a screwdriver through the holes and just work it out with a pair of pliers. The exhaust is coming out, the 4 holes in the grenade through the shell.
It was going too high. It wouldn't allow the pressure to come out, which also made it real loud, too.
Don't let it come out. You can see these ends on here actually go into the grenade holes, and it makes it almost impossible to get them out. Good load, though, the smoke and everything like that was
It was
really
a good mix that he did. And he I remember him asking me, he said, would you rather have more smoke or more noise? And my thing was, I'd rather have more smoke. I don't really need it that loud. So here is another test. That was from the 14th. And here's another test on the 14th. And this is another type that I had put in there, another like powder size. Now this one has music again, and hopefully it does not get tagged by YouTube. This is 6740, and that denotes a different powder smoke to
the 12 gauge
powder size.
6740 load. I don't know if you can see the 40 on there. That's the amount of powder that's in there. I did a test on the 6725. It was pretty loud. Did some modifications to the grenade. I want to test these and see how they are. Don't know if I will be testing the 50s or the 60s, but I will be testing these today. Testing the grenade with the 40 shell.
Now I threw that far enough away with the wind blowing, and that still was loud.
40 shell expanded intensely. It really, I was able to get it out of the grenade. It still expanded out the hole pretty bad.
That was the big thing. When I showed him the shell, he watched the video. He said that's too much powder for the shell.
Let it go.
They had to cut it down. The 25 was still too much. We had to cut it down, add more smoke.
Grenade, 40.
I mean, they are. It's hard to pick up on video, but those were like an incredible
this
report.
one even exploded up farther. Put wings on it. I had a heck of a time getting it out of the grenade shell. My suggestion is I'm not going to go any higher than the 40s. I have 50s and 60s. There's just way too much powder and stuff in them. Maybe we want to go with more smoke and less explosion.
What I've done after that is the top of the grenade cap. I drilled a hole straight down so I could push the rod down like a small screwdriver, push the shell out because I couldn't get the shells out. That actually helped in the long run, and I have since sold that grenade to somebody, and they're having a good time with it. Now, the last test that was that was done on July 17th was the last BFG test, and I have no idea what version of this was. Also 1640, or was this the same test I just watched? I gotta see. Nope, different test. It's buffering. For some reason, these old videos, they just buffer like crazy. And I'm hoping this one doesn't get tagged by YouTube.
I was able to, this is the original one, and here is the last one I put in. I was able to drive a screwdriver through the holes and just work it out with a pair of pliers. Just so you know, 2725, it has mashed the shell in there. I'm having a heck of a time trying to even get the shell out of this. I'm afraid to try the other ones. Second grenade test, 6725.
Now, I think he sent me another 2.5 with more smoke, less sound, or vice versa.
The smoke is still clearing here, but I just want to show you the shell. You can, I don't know, you can see it inside there. It's up there with shrapnel.
We're going to move forward on this one a little bit because this is basically
the exhaust is coming out. The 4 holes.
6725 to 2.5 grams of powder is what I think he finally settled on, but it was the mix of, that was the amount of material in there, 25 grams. The ratio between the powder and the smoke is what he changed up on these. Added more smoke, and then eventually it was like, he would say 50-50. I think this is like a 50-50. Then he did like a 75-25. 75 more smoke, 25% more powder for sound. And that actually was how it worked out better in the end. It's buffering again.
The grenade through the chute.
Let's forward here, see if we got another test.
Get them out.
Yeah, this was
good.
This was still before I drilled out the top of the I used to put sound on certain videos, and other videos I didn't. And it's funny when I look at these are done on the same day, and they're almost the same name. That was 40, that's 25, then 25. First was 25, then 40, then 25. I think down the road, further on I'll have some more grenade tests. But further down the road, I did actually test and show that 50 and 60, 6750 and 6760 go off. And they were like massive shells going off. It was like intense, to say the least. So I hope you enjoyed this second Throwback Thursday that I had, number 2. And hopefully YouTube won't tag the music that's in the videos. This is something that I tried to create a niche for my grenades and my projectiles. And I did a lot of projectiles and grenade testing. And that is what a lot of my older videos will have. So I hope you enjoyed the content today. And as always, you guys have a good day.
I like it!
I'm just here to have fun.